Hey love, welcome back to Return to Sender. I am your host, Sweetie Speaks, and today I wanted to talk about something that goes against what we're often told.
No one else, it's just you. No one.
We're often told that looking back is dangerous. You've heard the story in the Bible where Sodom and Gomorrah, where the woman looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. That was the main image that I had in my head when it came to looking back at my past. We are also told that looking back is dangerous, that forward is the only way. But I realized that sometimes the only way forward is back. Healing doesn't come from pretending you were never hurt. And sometimes healing looks like turning around and saying, how did I even get here? So I've been reading Power Moves by Sarah Jake Roberts, and it has really been speaking to me. She said something that stopped me, and I just had to recollect my thoughts on this. It hit that deep for me. And this is something so small, but I find myself stuck on this phrase. You may be holding yourself accountable for the inability to overcome burdensome circumstance, but perhaps your time would be better spent understanding the malware that created the circumstance in the first place. And I thought that was powerful because how often do we shame ourselves for the fallout but never investigate the virus in the system? We often just dwell in the shame and the things that happened to us as if we were the ones that caused it, but in fact, it was a system that was downloaded inside of us that we began to practice and then became habit and a part of what we call us. Now, I want to clarify though that how I feel like we should think of things is like water. We're very fluid. Holding on to things that define us puts us at risk by putting us in a box we very may well grow out of. But what happens is when you label yourself as something, it makes it harder for you to come out of that box. So, looking back doesn't mean that you're stuck. It means that you're studying the architecture of your becoming. It means you care enough to trace your footsteps and to find where you abandoned yourself, to understand where survival replaced softness. It's not about blame, it's about clarity, and clarity is sacred. So I'm realizing that I've been afraid to look back fully and honestly. I'm realizing through reading this book, I shouldn't be. Because that's where the gold is. That is where it started. And you have to know where it started to know where you're going. The truths that free you are the truths that live in the past where it first started. These truths will be the truths that free you. And sometimes the future you're dreaming of is buried under a memory you are told to ignore. But this is what I love about Return to Sender, and the phrase alone, Return to Sender. We honor the whole story, the before, the breaking, the breakthrough, all of it, because all of it is important. All of it will be a testimony. And so I'll tell you, like I tell myself, you are not lost, you are layered, and you are allowed to look back just long enough to gather what's yours and finally walk forward whole. So, what I will be doing these coming weeks is looking back in my past, recollecting the things that have caused me to be where I sit right now, and move forward with what I want to leave in my past and gather up what I want to take moving forward. Now, with every birth means that something has to die, and that is the hardest part that I'm coming to. But in Power Moves, Sarah Jake Roberts is phenomenal with her metaphors. She talks about how sometimes you just have to let it marinate. like the food that you leave left over, right? Let's say you're marinating some chicken. Sometimes you have to let things marinate in order to get the full grasp, the full flavor of things. But if you let it marinate for too long, it'll spoil. And if you don't let it marinate enough, it won't be enough to marinate the full chicken for you to have all of the flavor that you would have had when you marinated it for the right amount of time. So what she was saying with that was, when you let things marinate, so let's say you have a change that you want to have happen coming up in your life. Allow yourself to let that idea, that change, marinate within you. Take a couple days, let it marinate, think about it, ponder on it, come up with ideas, play with it, fantasize about it, because eventually, as you've been marinating, you don't know how much this marination phase will help you catapult yourself into this change. And so that's what I will be doing this week and these weeks coming up, because quite frankly, I am tired of where I am right now. And they say that if you look up and you look around and you find that you are angry and tired of your life, that is a sign that it's time to move forward. It's time to change. So that is where I am right now. This episode touched something in you, share it with someone who's been trying to make sense of their own story. We heal better when we're not doing it alone. I'll see you next time.
No one else.